Hello everyone, today is Monday, September 15th, 2025, Eastern Time. Welcome to Panda Finance. Let's take a look at the top 10 global corporate news stories from the past week. Here are the details. Murdoch consolidates empire, paving way for Lachlan's control. Rupert Murdoch has resolved the years-long succession battle by spending $3.3 billion to buy out 3 of his children's stakes in the family trust, cementing the future of his media holdings under eldest son Lachlan Murdoch. James, Elizabeth and Prudence Murdoch will each receive roughly $1.1 billion and relinquish all ownership interests in News Corp and Fox Corporation. The move secures continuity for Murdoch's conservative editorial stance while removing a key source of boardroom uncertainty. Ellison briefly tops Musk as world's richest before Tesla rally. Larry Ellison, Oracle's co-founder, briefly overtook Elon Musk as the world's richest individual after Oracle shares spiked to $345.72 on September 10. Ellison's 1.16 billion shares translated into a peak net worth of $414.8 billion, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, before slipping back to $380.8 billion at the close. Musk's 506.8 million Tesla shares regained the top slot with a value of $384.6 billion by end of day. Oracle soars on surging AI-driven cloud demand. Oracle stock rocketed 35.95% on September 10, adding $244 billion in market value to close at $922 billion. The surge followed first-quarter results showing remaining performance obligations signed but not yet recognized revenue jumping more than twofold to $455 billion. Oracle projected the figure will soon exceed $500 billion, contingent on the durability of the AI spending boom. Investors hailed the results as a signal Oracle is capturing outsized share of enterprise cloud demand. Apple unveils ultra-slim iPhone Air to revive product momentum. Apple has introduced the iPhone Air, a 5.6mm thick smartphone in its first major design overhaul in years. The single-camera device runs on Apple's own chip and in-house modem, supporting only eSIM and dropping the physical SIM slot. CEO Tim Cook called it the biggest leap in iPhone history. The Air branding mirrors Apple's strategy with MacBook and iPad, offering thinner, lower-cost variants to broaden appeal after supply chain friction and AI setbacks slowed growth. Microsoft and OpenAI strike truce to extend partnership. Microsoft and OpenAI have agreed in principle to extend their collaboration, easing tensions that had flared over governance and control. The deal could clear the path for OpenAI to restructure and spin up a for-profit arm while Microsoft remains its largest investor and exclusive cloud provider. OpenAI said its non-profit parent will continue oversight and hold more than $100 billion in equity, potentially making it one of the world's best-funded philanthropic entities and enabling further capital raises. SK Hynix completes HBM4, mass production ready. South Korea's SK Hynix announced completion of development of the world's first HBM4 high-bandwidth memory chip and said it is ready for mass production. The new architecture could boost AI service performance by up to 69%, speeding training and inference while cutting data center power costs. HBM stacks multiple drum layers vertically to dramatically increase throughput. HBM4 follows 5 previous generations HBM, HBM2, HBM2E, HBM3 and HBM3, underscoring SK Hynix's lead in AI-centric memory. German automakers chase China's EV development speed. Chinese electric vehicle startups have compressed the concept-to-market timeline to roughly 24 months, less than half the 40 to 50 months typical elsewhere, setting a new benchmark now dubbed China speed inside German boardrooms. Volkswagen executives at the Munich Auto Show vowed to defend European market share at any cost through model and software revamps. The company has already floated deep staff and capacity cuts at German plants and is repositioning to counter BYD and other Chinese rivals encroaching on Europe. Anglo Teck combined to create $53 billion copper giant. Anglo has agreed to merge with Canada's Teck Resources in a $53 billion all-stock deal, the largest mining tie-up in more than a decade. The new entity, Anglo Teck Group, will be headquartered in Canada and maintain a primary London listing. Anglo shareholders will own 62.4% and Teck holders 37.6%. The transaction still requires approvals from Canadian and South African regulators but positions the combined group as a dominant copper supplier amid surging demand for energy transition metals. BBVA launches €14.8 billion hostile bid for Sabadell. Spain's BBVA has formally launched a €14.8 billion hostile takeover of smaller rival Banco Sabadell, starting the offer acceptance period. If successful, the deal would create Spain's second-largest domestic bank by assets, at roughly €1 trillion, trailing only CaixaBank. Sabadell shareholders have until October 7 to respond, with results expected by October 14. The move signals accelerating consolidation in Europe's banking sector. Private equity heavyweights circle Starbucks China business. Carlyle Group, EQT, Hongshan Capital and Boyu Capital are preparing binding offers for Starbucks China operations by early October, according to People Familiar. The coffee chain had previously invited about 10 bidders to submit non-binding proposals by September. Valuations have reportedly reached up to $5 billion. Primavera Capital is also among the finalists. A sale would give Starbucks a financial partner for its fastest-growing market while allowing the company to redeploy capital globally. Novo Nordisk to cut 9,000 jobs amid weight-loss drug battle. Novo Nordisk will eliminate 9,000 jobs, 11% of its workforce, in a sweeping restructuring aimed at sharpening focus on obesity and diabetes treatments. About 5,000 roles will be cut in Denmark. Once a clear leader in weight-loss drugs with Wegovy, Novo is now fending off Eli Lilly and generic competitors, especially in the US. The company's next-generation drug CagriSema has disappointed in trials, denting investor confidence. The layoffs will roll out over several months in compliance with local labor laws. Thank you for tuning in to today's financial news. We look forward to seeing you again.